I'm 5 years old. I'm walking up my driveway, holding my mother's hand. It's a big day. First day of kindergarten, and I'm waiting for the bus. As I get on that bus, all of a sudden, every weekday, I have a place I have to be. I have things I need to do. I didn't appreciate it as that little 5-year-old. But at that moment, stepping on that bus, my life entered a track that would carry me forward for the next 50 years. A track in pursuit of that destination at the end, a good, successful, happy life. It was like I was stepping on a train that was now going down that track. A track filled with stations, and every one had some kind of a test, something you had to learn, something you had to do, something you had to achieve to stay on the track towards that good life. That first stop, elementary school, learning the basics, reading, writing, math, discovering, oh, there's a report card telling me, am I on track? Am I falling off the track or falling behind? But I made it through. I went on to middle school, where suddenly everybody's in puberty, and those girls seem more interesting than they used to be when I was younger. But kids are becoming a little more insecure and judgmental, and it's becoming a challenge. Overcome that shyness so you can fit in with other people and stay on track socially. And the train kept going to high school with one of the big things to keep on track. Because if I can't get into a good college, surely life will be falling off that track. So there's grades, there's GPAs, there's college entrance exams. I need to make it to that good college. That's the direction to get to this good and happy life off in the distance at the ending station. And I made it. But now, academics are getting harder. And I discovered this weird thing where everybody, all of us in college, we came in on the same track, but there's so many leaving the station. There's a friend going on a teacher's track, another one heading down a doctor track. I need to get on one of these trains, but I don't know which. I spent the last year or so of my college frantically running from track to track, not sure which one to get on. Eventually, thankfully, through a miracle, I do get a job. Okay, now I'm still on track, thank goodness. But now there's a whole series of things. There's performance reviews, there's getting that job, getting the promotion, finding that right job at the right company to stay on track. And you can't be happy by yourself. So there's finding a wife, having a child, raising that child and trying to get them on their own track towards a happy life, helping them get through that homework and learning and high school and all those things. And I feel like I'm making a lot of progress, but there's still one more station. I can't work forever. I can't work until I'm 90. You gotta save money. You gotta be able to retire. Get off this demanding track. Choose your own adventure. Find your own path and not be trapped on this work life track that you've been on for so long. And so I saved money. I constantly put it away, trying to get to where I could be independent financially, not have to depend on that paycheck to work. And then this past year, it felt like this is the year to hit that station, that ending station that 50 years has brought me to, the good and happy and successful life. I left my job in March. In August, my daughter was settled at college, a great school, studying something she loved. She's off on her own, and I'm now 8,000 miles away. this is the time you reach that station. And so 3 months, I came back to Taiwan for my kind of dream trip I'd been working towards, traveling around the West in an RV for 6 weeks, hiking, exploring national parks. And I say, okay, I've made it. And I got off. And I looked around.
Wrong station.
So, where do I go now? I'm not stuck on a track. I don't have to keep going through these stations. I have sneakers, I can walk anywhere on that journey. So where do I head? It's been a question in my mind. And it's only recently that I started to realize something that maybe some of you knew long ago, and I should have known. Which is I realize it's not about where do I go. I'm wanting to go somewhere, but it's not about where am I going. It's about where I am. It's about the friends and the people around me. It's about time with your sister. It's about deepening your relationships. It's about coming to places like this and making the most of it. And so I'm trying to switch my mind. I've been set on this track of you gotta get down this track and make that progress. And realize that was maybe never the question. It was about soaking yourself into where you are and who you're with. And so I'm trying. Here, I'm trying it at the church I go to. I'm trying to do it in the Sunday school I teach. I try and do it in calling parents more. And I realized that that's actually the real way to get to that good and happy life. TME.